Okay, now we're going to go through the gluing process to put on a tab shoe from Easy Care. This is the EasyShoe Speed, a brand new shoe for us in early 24. And so what we're going to want, so the shoes that we make with the tabs that have holes in them and the inside dimples are made for a gap filling glue. So any of the acrylic glues or any of the urethane glues, super glue will not work on these shoes. Super glue works great with the EasyShoe Octo, but not this shoe. So with this shoe, what we're going to want is we're using a urethane glue. This is the Easy Care Adhesive and Hoof Repair in black. I like to kind of match color of glue with hoof if possible. It just looks better. I also want to use Mud. I'm going to put that in the frog area and commissures of the foot before I put the shoe on. And then we're going to, after we finish, we're going to come back with super glue. And then the other thing we're going to need is wrap. This isn't critical, but it makes your job easier and better. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the shoe on. And the nice thing about the shoes, when you have the right size, you're going to have a really good fit. We will be able to walk this horse, trot this horse with the shoe on without glue. So what that does is that limits the horse moving and having a big failure during the middle of your gluing. So we're going to want to slide this on. Oh, sorry. First of all, we're going to take our Mud. And on the Mud, this is a great product. I like to go right down in this area of the foot, both sides. And you really can't use too much of this. So this will give them a little bit of this is covered. You can still pick the hoof out well, but this just kind of protects it and gives it a nice layer. This is a great product. Red Horse makes awesome stuff. So once that's done, now I'm going to slip my shoe on. And what I want to do is I want to get this on straight. Get my brake over where I want and make sure everything's straight here. Then we can go ahead and set the foot down. So the one thing you're going to notice now with this foot down is that this shoe is on here. It's not going anywhere. I could pull it, I could twist it. It's not twisting. This is a really good fit. So this really limits the horse moving and the shoe twisting. So I'm gonna, what I like to do is I'll do the second one later, but what a lot of times I'll do is I'll do this process on both front feet. That allows me to use the same tip, but for videoing today, we'll just do one at a time. The other thing I like to do in my toe area is if I roll the toe slightly, this helps me come back and fill this gap. This gap, when you fill it, it's really nice because that eliminates anything getting in the front of your shoe. So if you roll your toe slightly, you will have some place to put your glue. So now we'll come in and we'll start gluing. So, and again, the nice thing about this again is the horse can move, the horse can twist, the horse can do a lot of stuff. We're not gonna lose this shoe. So it's really gluing and comfort. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna purge my first bit of material. So that will, you can see that I've done that a lot. And I'm gonna come into these and start filling. And the whole system and the dimples in the back are designed for glue to flow through the cuff. So you want to get this whole inside filled well, and you don't want to get too much. If you get too much, then when you do the wrap, you could get glue up on the hairline. We want to prevent that. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to go around my toe, go through my toe, and I'm trying to get glue in this toe area. And this, when I wrap it, it'll shove the glue in there, and this will make a nice bond. And I'm going to come back in the other side. And again, I'm just trying to fill, I'm watching where this glue goes. And I'm trying to just fill the whole internal cuff. And again, we don't want to get too much glue. If we use too much, when we come back in, and sometimes if we don't get it all the way in here, we can come back in on the side and just make sure you get this area filled. Now we can come back in, go around the cuff. All right, now that we're around, now we're ready for wrap. And again, we don't have to get crazy here with time. We got plenty of time. Even if the horse moves at this point, we're not going to get glue anywhere. The shoe's not going to come off. So I have a hard time using the wrap without taking my gloves off. And I like to start at the hairline and go down, because then I'm pushing glue down rather than the other way. I always do that. And what this does is this kind of pushes all your glue together. It's really not even needed. You can do the whole job without the wrap. The wrap just kind of finishes it, pulls the glue all together. At this point, we can set this down. So the last thing I like to do, and again, I saw this from another farrier, is come back in and use your wrap to really roll all the way around. This just pushes the glue in nice. Make sure you have a nice bond. Okay, now we're going to start the last part of the process. So these front feet have been wrapped for roughly 15 minutes with urethane glues. The longer, if you can wait probably 25 minutes, that's better, because it can still be a little sticky. Acrylics, if you can wait 15, you're fine. And I have a little cutting tool that I like to use to pull off my wrap. Obviously, you can use anything. I think this is used for leather work. And so we'll pull this off. Up. Same thing on this one here. I'll cut his leg off. You can see we got a little high there on glue. So now our wrap's off, and these next steps are really cosmetic. At this point, you can leave the glue just like this, and it's going to be just fine. But if we really want to get a good finish on it, I will show you what to do. So we're going to use super glue and a buffy. First, I'm going to use a buffy. And the buffy is just to clean everything up. And again, this is cosmetic only. If we wanted to stop right now, we could. So I'm going to use my buffy, take off any extra material. I like to really work this transition area here. Toe area, same thing, and because I put a little roll here, the glue will stay in that area. Spin around here. To this side, again, we're going to work this transition area up here. And the last thing I like to do is use super glue as a sealer. So what the super glue does is seals the foot, seals all the glue, and it really leaves a nice polished product, and it looks really nice. It looks very appealing. And what we found is, since we started using super glue like this, bonds are better. We don't get moisture behind the cuffs, and you again end with this really nice finished product, and we can go out and ride with the horse right away.